Hi all, this is Prashant and today we will discuss about our topic work. So what is work? In general life, the definition given or we are assuming the kind of definition is very different from the definition given by physics. So in general life we can say, uh, for example, labor is doing some kind of activity, a child is playing with his toys or with her toys. So we can say he or she is doing some kind of work. But in physics there is a particular definition. So what is work? So in simple words we can say work is said to be done by a force when it produces a displacement in a body on which it acts in any direction except perpendicular direction to the direction of force. For example, let's say there is a body. There is a body A. Let's say a force is acting on it. After some time, let's say this is the new position of this body. Okay, so let's say S is the displacement. So according to definition of work in physics, so work is defined as W is equal to F into S, force into displacement. Okay, so this is a very simple definition given in physics for work. Okay, let's say now we are assuming, let's say this body on which a force is acting at angle theta. Now, what is the definition of work? So, according to physics, now definition of work will be the component of, let's say, okay, now we can say definition of physics. Let's say after some time, the displacement of this is S. Now, definition of work will be W is equal to component of force in direction of the displacement multiplied by displacement. So we can say F cos of theta into S, and both are vector quantities. We can say, okay? Or in other words, we can say, for example, let's say we are saying this F S cos of theta. Okay, so we can write it as F cos of theta into S, or we can say F dot S cos of theta. For this, the component of F in the direction of displacement, and for this definition of work will be the component of displacement in the direction of applied force. So this is the definition. So in simple words, we can say work is dot product of force and displacement. Okay, so this is a very basic definition. So we are assuming very basic definition of work. So after some time we will increase our level. Okay. So this is a very basic definition. So work is defined as dot product of force and displacement, and both are vector quantities. And you know the dot product of two quantity will be scalar quantity. So in simple words we can say work is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. So this is the very basic definition of work. Okay. So there will be a number of cases because we have defined the definition of work. So again I am writing the formula for work is equal to F. So F S cos of theta. Right now I'm writing in very simple words so that there will be no confusion. Okay. For example, there is a body A and F is applied in the direction angle theta, and it produces a displacement S. Okay, I'm just assuming. Now there will be a number of cases when many times theta will be less than 90 degree. There will be an instant at that time theta will be 90 degree. Okay. So now we will discuss about many cases of work. Okay. So first case is that case first when theta is less than 90 degree. So when theta is 90 degree, less than 90 degree, then cos theta will be positive. It means work will be positive for theta less than 90 degree. Okay? It means displacement will be produced in the direction of applied force. Let's say force is applied in this direction. So displacement will also produce in the direction, or component of displacement will be produced in the same direction as applied in the force, as applied by force. Okay, so this is first case, less than 90 degree. Second case, when theta is equal to 90 degree, means, for example, this. Let's say there is a weight of, let's say there is a mass of m. This is normal force, and this is mg force. Let's say some displacement s is produced in this direction. Now we have to calculate the work done by normal force or mg force. So we can clearly see that normal force direction is this and displacement direction is this, and angle is 90 degree. So work done by normal force is equal to 0 degree, because cos theta, for example, let's say f of cos of 90 degree, 0. Mg force will be 0. So this is second case, when theta is less than 90 degree, when theta is equal to 90 degree. So these are the two cases. We can take another example also. For example, let's say there is a pendulum. Now it's deflected by angle theta, and this is the tension force. Okay, let's say this is its here, its extreme point. Okay, extreme point. Okay, now after when it will come back from its extreme point, then displacement will be in the direction. Okay, you can clearly see. Okay, and tension will be in the direction. So there will be angle of 90 degree. So again, work done by tension will be 0. Okay. And one thing I will mention. So why do we need to calculate work? Many quantities are already there. Force is there, momentum is there, kinetic energy. Sorry, force is there, momentum is there, impulse is there. Then why we are calculating this term work? Because we have defined force in earlier chapters. Okay, let's say I'm pushing this wall like this. Like let's say I'm pushing this wall by 5 Newton force. I'm pushing. Okay, let's say there is no displacement. Okay, let's say now I'm pushing this wall by 10 Newton force. Still there is no displacement. So that's why we have introduced this quantity of work. Why? Because let's say if force is applied and its value is increasing again and again by some amount, but still there is no result, then we have to use such kind of term, so that by using that term we can define the result also. So that's why we are using the term work, so that we can define the efforts in terms of result. Okay. So next case is case number 3rd. When theta is greater than 90 degree and less than equal to 180 degree. For this, cos of theta is equal to negative. It means work will be negative when theta is greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. Okay? So these are the all magic cases, so that we can extremely learn about what is actual meaning of work. Okay, so when theta is less than 90 degree, what is the meaning of that work? Let's say here theta is greater than 90 degree, so theta will be cos theta will be negative. So work will be negative. It means that according to definition, it means displacement will be produced in a direction opposite to force. For example, let's say there is a body of mass m and a force is applied in this direction, but still displacement is produced in the direction. So angle between displacement vector and force vector will be, let's say, 120 degree. It's greater than 90 degree. So cos of theta will be negative. It means force is applied on this body in this direction, but still displacement will be produced in opposite direction. Okay, so this is the definition of work for theta greater than 90 degree. It means work is done, but opposite to the direct work. Displacement is produced, but opposite to the direction of force. So this is called negative work. Work is done, but it's negative work. Okay, we can take another example also. So after defining this, I will explain some very important points for NEET and JEE. Okay, so yeah, so our topic is higher. Let's say there is a body of mass m, and this is rough surface, and mu is the coefficient of friction. Okay, so let's say force is applied in this direction. Okay, and because of the relative motion between both the surfaces, friction will be there. Let's say represented by small m. Okay, now we have to calculate work done by friction in terms of positive or negative work only. Okay, so uh, so this is the displacement vector in the direction. Okay, now displacement vector is in the direction and friction is in opposite direction. So what is the angle? Angle is 180 degree. Means cos of theta is equal to negative. So work will be there, but work done by friction force will be negative, and work done by capital force will be positive. It means, in simple words, we can say it means friction will oppose the work done by capital applied force. In simple words, we can say. Okay. So this is the all about cases for work for angle of theta, because if we change, for example, let's say I'm taking one more example. Let's say there is another body, let's say mass of m. Now force F is applied. Okay. Now we are increasing angle theta. Let's say delta delta theta. Okay. So very simple question. By increasing the value of theta, so work will be increased or decreased. So we know when theta will increase, then cos of theta will decrease. So by increasing the angle theta, work will be reduced. Okay. Now we are considering. Let's say there are a number of forces. Let's say there are a number of forces. Let's say there is a body M. Force F1 is applied. Force F2 is applied. Force N is applied, force F3 is applied. Okay. Now the work done by all the forces is equal to summation of force of I multiplied by, let's say, final displacement is S. Okay. So this is the definition of work when a number of forces are applied on a single body. Okay. So this is the summation of, and this is the vector, all four are vectors. Okay. We can say F net multiplied by S. We can also see that. So work done by F net force dot product of displacement, or in simple word we can define work is F1 dot S plus F2 dot S plus F3 dot S and so on. So for this we will use the same formula. Let's say W1 F1 cos of F1 S cos of theta 1, W2 F2 S cos of theta 2. In all the formula for W1, W2, W3, S is common. So what is theta 1? So theta 1 is the angle between the applied force F1 and displacement S. So we can calculate separately all the forces and work done by those forces, and we can do summation of this. Okay. So this is the definition for work done when a number of forces are applied on a single body. So there are two methods. You can find the net force also by vector addition and all, and you can calculate that separately. For example, I am taking one example. Okay. Let's say there is a body of, let's say, 5 kg. Okay. Now there is a force is applied 10 Newton in the right direction, and let's say 5 Newton in the left direction. Okay. So F net, we can clearly see F net is equal to 5 of Newton in the right direction. So work will be, and let's say displacement is produced in the direction, and displacement is, let's say, 2 meter. Okay, and work done will be 5 multiplied by 2 cos of theta, and 0 degree. 0 degree. Okay, so this is 10 cos of 1. Cos theta is equal to cos 0 degree is equal to 1. So 10 into Joule. Joule is the unit of work we will define later. Okay. Or we can do like this also. So W1 is equal to 10 multiplied by 2 cos of 0 degree 20 Joule, and W2 is equal to 5 multiplied by 2 cos of 180 degree, which is equal to minus 1. So minus of 10 Joule. So net work will be summation of W1 plus W2 is equal to 20 minus of 10 is equal to 10 of Joule. So this is the net result. So we have two methods. So we can find the net force also, okay, and we have to find the angle between the net force and the displacement also. So I have taken this very simple example. Okay. So if you know the definition of work, then you can calculate any kind of numerical. Okay. So now there are important points regarding work. Points which are very important. Okay. So first point is, first of all, we will write the definition of work. Work is equal to F S cos of theta. So work depends on force applied, displacement produced, and the angle between force and displacement. Okay. Okay. So first important point, then work according to definition of work. So work is independent of the time. Let's say there is a body of mass m. If you are producing this displacement of, let's say, 10 meter in 1 hour, or same displacement, if the same displacement which will be produced in 2 hours, then work will be same for both the cases. Means there is no dependency on the time. How much time you are taking for a particular displacement. So there is no dependency on time. Time independent. So first one is work is time independent. Okay. Same thing. Work is independent of velocity of the body, acceleration of the body. Means, let's say a force is applied on a body of mass m, let's say velocity of this body is v, then there is no relevance, there is no dependency of work on this velocity component or acceleration component of the body. Okay. So if this body is moving at 10 meter per second, or its speed is its velocity is 20 meter per second, so there is no effect on the calculation of work. Work will be same for both velocity if value of force and displacement is same and angle theta is same. So there is no work is independent of velocity or acceleration of the body on which force is applied. Okay, so this is second point. Third point, force is independent of frame of reference. But displacement d is a dependent of frame of reference. It means work is also, value of work will also depend on the frame of reference. For different frame of reference, the value of work may be different. But force is independent of frame of reference. But displacement is dependent on frame of reference. Okay. So for different frame of references, the value of work may be different. Okay. Next point. These are very simple points which are derived from the formula, from the definition of work only. Okay. Fourth point. If work is done on a body, then there will be change. There will be change in the kinetic energy of that body. For example, I am just giving very simple example. Let's say this body, is it's traveling with velocity 10 meters per second. Let's say we have applied a force of any magnitude. Because of this force, after some time, let's say the velocity of this body is 20 meters per second. So because of this, this work done by force F, there will be change in kinetic energy. So initial kinetic energy will be half m v square, and it means 10 square. Kinetic energy final half m 20 square. Okay, so there will be change in kinetic energy of the body because of the work done by force. Okay, and one more point. One more point is work is a scalar quantity which I have already defined during the definition of work. So work is a scalar quantity, but force is vector quantity. Displacement is also vector quantity. Okay. So this is all about the definition of work. What is the effect of increasing the angle between displacement and force? Okay. Now what is the unit of work? So for SI system, so unit is joule, and for CJ system, unit is dyne. So 1 joule is defined as 1 Newton force which produces 1 meter displacement. For dyne, sorry, uh, for CJ system, the unit of work is erg. So 1 erg is 1 dyne of force produces 1 centimeter of displacement. So this is definition. What about the dimensions? So work is equal to force into displacement. So force dimension is mass into acceleration. For acceleration, L t minus 2, and for displacement dimension is L. So m L square t minus 2. These are the dimensions for work. Okay. So this is all about work. So we have discussed very simple definition, but the points, 5 points I have written, these are very important, because we have derived from all those points from the definition of the work. Okay, so next time we will meet with the next topic, hopefully, and I think you will gonna like it. So let's rock it. Okay, so physics is very simple. If you are reading each, if you are increasing your pace, your level, step by step. Okay, so this is all about work. So after this topic, we will cover kinetic energy, potential energy, what is work energy theorem. Okay, so right now this is all about work. Okay, thank you guys, love you all, take care.